right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. My apologies for being late. We was trying to help somebody. I wanted some people to clean my house. It turned into a whole debate. Then I had to catch up on uh, the Tasha K rejects, Storm and Armon. They were interviewing Reid. And so I had to get caught up on the video because I'm bringing people over, to help clean my house up to prepare for some special guests that's going to join me on tomorrow night in the, in my house, in the studio for an interview. So I have to make sure my house is good. Then I said, what kind of candles? Because we got a female, we got a male and a female coming. I want the house to, smell really good. And so, you know what I'm saying? Spray, getting the candles, scrubbing the floors, the toilets, et cetera, getting the house all cleaned up, smelling good. Because I got company coming over tomorrow for the show. And so I had to get caught up. And then earlier, I had to go get me a new iPhone, And let me tell you, let me do a little story time because I was sorry to my Patreon and to my members because we did the prayer late. And we were supposed to do the prayer at 5 o'clock. And then I had to schedule. We didn't get to the prayer until 6:30 p.m. because I was in the store getting a phone. And it was a long, lengthy process. I'm trying to get the phone. I forgot I had a bill with the T-Mobile, and I forgot I didn't pay my bill. I had to pay the bill. I had to get the number to transfer because I wanted my 773 number to transfer. And then they gave me a special where you get another line for free. And I was like, okay, give me the other phone for free. Then I had to unblock the phone because the SIM card was blocked and blase. So I'm just in there a lot. Shout out to the lady that was in the store. She gave me a bottle of water. She said, you need some water. I said, yes. And it was lukewarm. I like my water cold. And I'm just having a conversation. And I was fasting for 12 p.m. to like 5 p.m. I was fasting. I actually went to the gym and I had an amazing time on that trail meal today. And I was listening to Trina. I was caught up on that Trina, the baddest bee, pull over. And I was Bruno Mars. And I was having a good time, swelling bullets and just feeling good. Then I took a trip to what was that? Where did I take a trip to? Smoothie King, get a little smoothie to get some protein in me. And like people that know me, and he said, man, you're slimming down. Like, what are your secrets? And everybody keeps asking me, how are you slimming down? And I said, I just cut out fried food. I cut out soda. I cut out donuts. I cut out pizza. I cut out Buffalo Wild Wings. I cut out Buffalo barbecue wings. I cut out Chinese food with the extra chicken wings with extra shrimp. And that was pretty much my diet. And I cut out the Red Bull, and you see me slimming down. I walk literally every day. Like, it was a little chilly today. So I was on the phone with my attorney, my attorney for some that's brewing up. And I said, and then I went to the gym and just slim it down. And then I said, let me get some new clothes because I'm keep wearing the same stuff. Because most of my clothes I can't fit anymore because of my size. But now that I'm slimming down, I'm just gonna wash that and just put a lot of that stuff on. So I was ordering stuff from Fashion Nova, ordering stuff from other place. And then I said, let me go to Route 21. Let me go to all this stuff. They didn't have no clothes. Like, they were closed. Literally, the store was closed. And then I went to Ross. They didn't have no male clothes. So I'm like, okay. So I just went to the cell phone place, got the cell phone, and I was getting prepared for tonight's episode with Storm, Armon, with Larry Reid. Now, I can say their names because I'm a content creator. In the chat, if you want to say their name, you got to use nickname only. And you got to, if you want to announce their name, I already know you can send me a Cash App. But I was prepared to watch that. But I woke up early today, you guys. I woke up super early today. I was watching The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Angela Rye. Shout out to Tiffany Cross. And I was listening to The Breakfast Club, tweeting about The Breakfast Club. I love that political aspect with, do you think that President Biden should run for president in 2024? I agree with Angela Rye was saying. Charlamagne say no. I agree with that because the reason why I agree that Biden should run in 2024, He's still competent. He's getting things done. The infrastructure bill. He's nominated a lot of black judges. He nominated the first African American judges. He canceled $20,000 of student loan debt. That's kind of hold up in the courts. He passed one of the greatest infrastructure bills this country have ever known. He have done a lot for for this country, and there's so much more to be done. And I think we deserve to give him a second chance, give him a second term, because he have done great. Kamala Harris have been traveling the country as well. So I was so glad hearing about that conversation. So I'm tweeting about them on Twitter, and I'm tweeting. And so I tagged Tiffany Cross, and I think just Tiffany in the Breakfast Club, and they added me to their story. And I appreciate the fact that they added me to their story and they allow me, to give me that promo to their platform. I did not call in, you guys, because people say, why you didn't call in? Because I was so busy doing my work. I was streaming episodes. I was editing episodes, posting episodes on my show, so I can always feed the channel for like a morning, midday show. So I was doing that. I was in the DM. So shout out to my girl, the guest that we had on last night, girl. She was like, oh my God, I was talking to Trey Songz, like that was years ago. And she was happy. So she shared it and I shared it on my platform. So I've been busy. Then I was on the phone with a couple of guests to bring them on my show. Speaking about a couple of guests, hold on, y'all. I was had a couple of guests that I wanted to bring on the show, and on the phone, all type of stuff I was doing today, and preparing for the show, taking the show to the next level. And let me tell you, I get so many emails and people say, Marquise, how is it doing YouTube full time? It's still work. It's not easy. You're still putting in work. Some days I wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock. My days start at 4 or 5 o'clock to prepare for the nightly shows, researching stories, talking to my team over topics, over thumbnails, and then researching other stories as well. So, and then you got to restring other episodes. So I'm preparing for my day. So my day typically starts at 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, preparing for the show. So me doing YouTube and doing what I'm doing now, yes, it is still, it's still work. I don't care what nobody say. It is still work. It is not easy. A lot of people think that it's easy. And it's not. You still have to, if you want to be successful, you still have to be putting sometimes 8-10 hour days that you're putting into your channel, especially when you are a growing channel where you don't have money for a massive staff. So thank God I got people that are doing work for my show pro bono that have been such great help for me. And it's not going to always be pro bono, because I would love to put people on staff to take the show to the next level, but I don't have the resources to do that at this exact moment. But I love the fact that God had put people in my life that are willing to do things pro bono and say, Wiley, I will help you pro bono and bring you this expertise. And I love that they are allowing that on my show. And I appreciate that. The people that's calling in, I just got on the phone with another person. I had a conversation with somebody outside my house. We were talking about YouTube. They talking about they doing music. And they were shocked. They wanted to collaborate with in a some type of event. It's just God is truly just doing awesome and great things for my program. And I appreciate that, because he didn't have to do that, because again, I come from the working sector. I worked all my life. I worked in pretty much all of my adulthood. Pretty much I've worked in a assisted living, long-term care. I worked in all of them type of facilities. So that's pretty much what I've been doing over there. Give me a second, because somebody didn't show up. I was supposed to have a guest, and I'm going to put him on blast right now. I'm going to put him on blast, one of my good friends. I'm going to put him on blast because he's supposed to be in here and do this show. So y'all going to hear our exchange, okay, because he's supposed to be on this show today, and he didn't show up. He didn't text me, and I didn't send him over the questions and everything. So let me see if he answered, because hey, what's up?
You show send me out.
I didn't send you out. I did the show late. Hold on, let me turn my camera before you can see. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm about to show. Look, I'm about to show you right now. You see that? I'm live right now. with 600 people right now. I got in late.
Interview right now.
I'm always ready. It's up to you. You see, look, you thought I would go come at you thought I would go come at you like that. I'm ready right now. I know 5 o'clock, but I was so busy. I had to do my prayer call. I had got busy. But if you're not free, we can always chop it up tomorrow, the next day.
What's the earliest you can do tomorrow? I gotta work at the store.
Oh, you got to work till okay. We're talking to DM and stuff like that. So because I know you.
I don't get out till 7 o'clock, so we can do it before I get out. That's cool.
Okay. Just give me a time and I'll work with your schedule because I'll be in the house all day and we could definitely talk about that and get you on the show. Okay, because this gonna be great to get you on because they don't know who you are, but it's gonna be great.
All right, I'm on.
Okay, all right, peace. Okay, because I can't wait to get him on the show because that was gonna be real juicy. But moving right along, it was my fault, you guys, because the interview was supposed to start at 5, but I triple booked because I had to do my prayer call and I had so much but y'all need to hear all that. But it's going to be a great episode. So that's the thing when you're doing shows. And then I had another special guest. I forgot that I was supposed to interview him 2 days ago, and I responded 2 days later, and he was upset. So I do want to apologize to you, brother. You know who you are. Charge it to my mind, not to my heart. I'm a one-man operation because my Facebook be popping. So I be forgetting to check the Wiley Show Facebook messages and check my Instagram. So it's a lot. So I had reached out to that man 2 days later. And he was upset, and he's right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to interview him 2 days ago, but I forgot that we were communicating in Facebook and scheduled an interview, and I just didn't show up. Thank you, Leo the Nihilist, for the super sticker. So I'm like, oh my gosh! But I don't have no assistants. I don't have no assistants. It's just all me. So I had to get all that stuff together. So I'm like, oh my gosh! And getting this house all cleaned up. Then I'm talking to a good friend of mine's. We gonna get to the mess, okay? We gonna take our time with it, laying close to me. We gonna get to the mess. So a friend called me. He said, Wiley, when the last time you got it in? And I said a while. Honestly, a while with another person, with another adult. Wow, it's been a long time. Like I've been intimate. It's been over a year. Like really, really intimate. And really, really getting it in. I've dibbled and dabbled and stuff, but I'm talking about full-fledged. It's been a while because I've been so busy working. And I don't like to bring everybody in my house because my channel was growing. So even though I'm on Jack, but I'm on Jack to get interviews. I'm not on Jack to meet dudes. Like one dude wanting me to send them stuff. I don't send anything. I just on there because sometimes I scroll down and hey, you want to come on the Wiley Show? And I want to try to interview some Jack people on my show. But it's been a while since I got it in because I'm so busy doing my show. I'm on Plenty of Fish. I'm on Jack. I'm on, I think, Christian Mingle. It's another black and dating. It's another black site I'm on. I'm on plenty dating sites. It's been a while since I've got it in. And so I haven't really thought about it because I'm so booked and busy, like booked on my show, booked on their way. And people get mad at me on Jack because they be wanting me to send them pictures. And I'm not going to send you a picture because I'm a public figure. I should get off Jack, but I like being on there. I just like being on there. Now, once my body gets together, I will be getting it in and doing a lot of things once it gets together by the summertime. And of course, I'll be more active and all of that. But I'm on Jack. But I do want to interview some Jack people. I want to interview some people that, that we have catfish. I reached out to one of the guys that I've catfished. He's thinking about coming on the show. He just want me to promote his business. I said, I will promote your business, but I want us to have an unadulterating, personal conversation when I catfish you, and we just have a conversation about catfishing. And so we trying to develop that and bring that conversation, that confrontation, or to me to confront him, a conversation, I would say, on my show about catfishing, not body catfishing. I'm talking about catfishing. I'm using somebody else's pics, and I show up at the door. But I do want to dive in there and talk about that because one thing I don't do like others, I don't have from my past. Yes, did I catfish? Absolutely, I did. I've had catfish. It's public record. I've done interviews about catfishing many years ago. I can just tell you when I was extremely manic, I've catfished, and I was And some of the people that I've catfished, I'm actually cool with that I've actually catfished. And I catfished one guy, and he said, "Man, you don't need to catfish. You're attractive. You're good in bed, so you don't need to catfish." And we're good friends. I'm not going to tell you who it is. We're good friends now. Good friends. But have I catfished? Absolutely. But on my Jack is my picture, and then I'm gonna change my pictures up. I just got a regular picture with me, glasses, and a red shirt. So I'm still on Jack now, but I'm using my picture. Do I catfish? No, I can't do it because I'm too popular to catfish now. So it don't work. And then now they got the video option where people request you to come on video, so you can't really catfish anymore. But back in the day, you can catfish, and they would not know unless they show up, because they're not really gonna ask for IG or anything like that. Anybody asks for that, I would never respond to those type of messages. And so yeah, I've definitely have done a lot of catfishing, and people will say, "Well, how are you gonna say this?" Or catfishing, and all of it was consensual. Nothing that I took advantage of anybody. It was all consensual. It was all consensual, and most of the dudes were down with it, and it was awesome, great experience. And the reason why I catfish, because many people said, "But Wiley, why did you catfish?" Number one, because of my crazy eye, and I knew I had a good body and a good peen, but it was just the eye factor. And I knew if I used somebody else's picture and still use like my body pictures, my peen and everything else, I knew they could come. And then most of them, majority of them, 95, 96%, 97, this is really high, went down for it. And it was awesome, great opportunity. And of course, you share a lot of people. So anybody that I catfish actually had smashed my cousin. So they would tell, "Why is your cousin catfishing?" But he was good in bed. So we all kind of like knew each other. Like it's one little bub. Like on Jack is in your area. So everybody shared. I'm in one person. Everybody in my house had smashed this person. And this was a former coworker of mine. He smashed my roommate, then he smashed my cousin, his boyfriend, and he just was shared in that entire apartment. We had a duplex apartment. We had a downstairs, and then we had an upstairs. And one night he went to one of the roommates' room. Next night he went to the other roommate room. The other night he came in the living room, and we got it together. So I've done these type of things, and I don't hide from it, because if I hide from it, then it becomes juicy. I'm going to tell you, yes, did I catfish? Oh, absolutely. I've catfished. And I've done it even when I was manic. And let me break it down to you, because I've done it. And we're going to talk about it, baby, because I feel it in my spirit. I was so manic, and I was living, I'm not going to give the address because I might move back to that apartment. But I was living in an apartment, and it was a nice 2-bedroom apartment, the best apartment that I had in Dallas. And it was like a section where the window be right, or it'd be open. Like the window, it wasn't no shades. I couldn't afford no shades. And I would put a bed right in that corner. A box spring and a big mattress in the corner. I was extremely manic, and I was just on there just catfishing, and I was getting them in, popping them in left and right, up. They was inside the house, and they was definitely doing it. And my story was, and let me tell you my story how I catfish, because I've always been a good conversationalist. I've been a good interviewer. I would say, I have a roommate. That was my story. I have a roommate. And then when they come over, we would sit down and we had conversations. Then I was like, "Oh, my roommate, he not coming." And then I would DM, I would Jack message them and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got caught up. I'm not going to be able to come." So I'm just there talking to him, and we having conversations. And then we eventually had sex. So that's how been my play of it all. And I liked it. I was an amazing actor. I was great. I was pretending like to be in the room, and I would come out of the room, but we just I always had great conversation. My personality is awesome personality. And so I was really good with it. I had catfish some good looking men, and I want to try to bring them on the show. And some of them are kind of embarrassed that, they got it in with me, and I get it, but they were some good looking guys that I was really pulling, because again, I was slimmer. I had a little 6-pack. I had an amazing peen, and I was awesome in bed. Never was no complaints of how I was in the bedroom. So they would come in, and it was just like, oh my gosh, it would just be so awesome. And like I said, some of the people that I've had catfish that we're good friends. Hey, Cratch Girl Gone Wild, thank you for the super sticker. And so I've done it, and I'm not ashamed, because again, I was manic. And once I got out of mania and I started on my medication, I went back to catfish. I was addicted to catfishing because I liked the thrill. I liked the thrill of getting caught. I liked the thrill of getting confronted. I remember one time I catfished a guy, and we had a massive debate about catfishing, about stop using other people's pictures. You're pathetic. And we just had this amazing debate. And then I told him, I say, I'm doing a study from my university about, using other pictures. And then we're good friends and we still follow each other on Twitter. So I've met a lot of great people. Do I catfish now? No, because I gained popularity and I can't do anymore because, just can't do anymore. It's over. I'm out now. So I just show my pictures and stuff like that. And so now I just use them on my own goodwill and my own personality. But did I catfish? Oh, absolutely. I was addicted. Woo! I was addicted. It was a strong addiction of just getting people in. It was an addiction. I like the tease. I like the thrill. I like pretending to be somebody else. I was so thrilled. It was a thrill. It was like, yeah, you like this. I'm better than this person. And then if I knew they had sex with my roommate, and most of them did, I'm better than my cousin, right? I'm better than my roommate, right? I loved it. And I slept with all my roommates' boyfriends. Every one of them. I slept with every one of my roommate boyfriends. I slept with them. Every one of them. Mm-hmm. Every one of them. Because I always had a show and I would use my show to entice them, and we had conversations. Like, yeah, I got a show, and I want to interview you. And then it leave from the interview, and we get it in. And I always say, and then my roommate, he would always travel, and he would leave his man there. And I'm like, you leave them there? Why not try him? And all his boyfriends, I've slept with all of his boyfriends, every single one of them. And so when I moved, I thought it would stop, but then his boyfriend, so his ex-boyfriend, would track me down because like I'm good in bed. So they would track me down and I would still keep it going, but I wouldn't get on hard because they weren't in a relationship. I was attracted to people that was in relationships than versus you being just a regularly single. Now, if you was attached to my cousin or roommate or something like that, I would get on hard because that was like a fantasy of mine. But once you become single, it ain't the thrill. It's not the same. I look at you different. Now, once you get married, you get a ring, you get attached, you post couple pictures. I get attracted to you being in a relationship. Then I'm going to try to break it up, and that I have a thrill of that to compete. Oh, I'm better than your wife, et cetera, et cetera. But once you get single, and once you get like, you just regular single, I'm just not attracted to it anymore. Like I had a friend, like my roommate, and he did actually an interview with a YouTuber, and we got it in. But when he came back to my house, I was no longer attracted to him because he's not attached. He's not in a relationship. Now, maybe if he get back in a relationship, then maybe I would be more attracted to him. So I'm really not. I was a hoe. I'm going to admit it. I would have admitted I was a hoe. I was that. I was a thumped down whore, but sleep with your man. Okay, it is what it is. So I've done it, and I don't apologize because that's part of my past. And then I want to tell y'all, don't feel sorry for your past. Use it as a teachable moment to move forward for your grateful and awesome future. Don't feel sorry for your past. I'm not ashamed of my past. Just did I catfish? Absolutely, I've done it. I don't feel shy. I don't feel embarrassed because I did it. And I'm going to admit it to the public because I'm a public figure. I get it. I've done it. I've catfished, and I will continue to tell my story. Now, do I catfish now? No, because I have a platform. I'm growing. I can no longer do it. When I was just a nobody, I can just easily just move around and do all this type of stuff. I tell my business on my platform. I don't hide on the shades. You see, I ain't got no shades. You see, I ain't got on those shades. You see, I ain't got on those shades. I said clear as day. And so, if you're a faithful Wiley Show subscriber, this ain't the first time you heard me catfishing and catfishing and talking about catfishing and all that. I have done it, man. Yeah, I'm not ashamed what I did. No, I'm not ashamed. Absolutely not. It was consensual. You either can leave, because I asked you an adult, either you can leave or you can stay, and most of them stayed. It is what it is, and it was awesome. And some of them I'm still cool with to this day, and I'm not ashamed that I have done it. Why did you catfish? Because my eye was wandering, and I knew typical guys don't like guys with wandering eyes. So, but I knew I had a good peen and a good body at that time, so I used somebody else's picture. I sent you my peen pic. All of those pictures are mine. It just wasn't my body, like it just wasn't my face, right? It just wasn't. It was somebody else's face, and so yeah, so I've catfished, and so that's what I've done it. Insecurities because of the eye, yes. And it was just the thrill of doing it because I like doing it. I like the thrill of danger. I just love that type of type of thrill. Oh, Wiley is dangerous. And I really was, I just love that thrill, that really that thrill. But I'm a beautiful black man, and I know this now. But did I always not know? I know I'm a beautiful black man. I look good, okay? And I know I'm gonna have a banging female, all right? And the reason why I say I want to have a banging female because I want a female. I want a female. I want to have children, and I want to say this to my counterparts because they say, oh, "You don't want no." I love women. It's the women in my chat. Oh my gosh, banging, like beautiful, like whoa, like wow. And I love women, and I'm not pandering. I actually attracted to women. And I'm not a type of dude that say, I ain't attracted to women, blah, blah, blah. They don't do it for me. Oh, women do it for me. Especially if you my type, especially if you can have good conversations. You challenge me and you disagree with me. Like disagree with me politically, disagree with me spiritually. Like you have your own mindset. I might say, hey, babe, let's go to the movies. Let's go watch Black Panther. I don't want to see Black Panther. I want to see this. This is what I'm talking. I like women with their own mindset. I don't want a woman that always listen to everything I do like a yes person. I don't like a yes person. I like a woman with her own input. Like if I'm doing a show, be like, baby, this is what that type of episode you need to do. That's the type of female that I want. I want a female with her own mind, a boss that's ghetto and ratchet, that can get me together, that can cuss me out privately, not in public, and that we just have mad passion of love. We watch movies, read books, travel the country, travel the world, and actually work together as partners. So I really don't mind it. And so I think it is amazing. I love black women, especially if you chocolate. That does something. Oh my gosh. Like Nika at night. Wow. She just does something for me. Like she is so beautiful. She don't even be trying in malograms. If she wasn't married, I'd be in them DMs. One day I will, one day we gonna have to have a conversation. So, but I love that. It's just awesome. And it's just awesome opportunity. And I want to be able to attract women. I want women to be like, oh, dang, you got a nice body. I want that Morris Chestnut type of body so I can attract more women. I want women in my DMs. I want to be a whore. I want to be sleeping with more than one woman. I want that. I want to go to that stage. I haven't really went to that stage with women. I went through it with men. I'm done with it. I want the stage to just smash multiple women, have multiple baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? They show up at my place. Why you got her up in there? And I knew da. I want that stage. And so that's what I'm working on the body just to attract them type of women. And I'm just going through them like water, and that's what I want to attract. And I'm being honest, I want to be a sneaky link, as they call it. I want to be a dog all the way. Okay, and you can stand with me or you can sit down, but I want to be like a pit bull, right? And so I really want to be that. I want that type of blue face, Krishan type of drama. Like you're going to get some P word. Like I want that toxic type of thing. I want to yell at me on camera. I know she texted you. I want to be able to text it. And I'm like, what you mean? I ain't texting nobody. What you mean? I ain't even texting nobody. What you mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's in your head, you always think I'm doing something. I ain't doing nothing. I know it's somebody. Ain't nobody in my phone. What you mean? So I want to be able to have that conversation, you know what I'm saying? And just tap it in and get it in and just be toxic. And then settle down with a good old white woman. And then, we live happy. Let me not say a white woman. I'm just making y'all mad. But just settle down, get her pregnant, and we should have a good family, settle down. But yeah, man, I really want that. And so, yeah, so to all the females, I am single. You know what I'm saying? I'm single. And let me be real. I'm single. I'm single. I'm working on my business. I'm trying to create generational wealth. And I'm a good guy. And if you down with it, you know what I'm saying? Down with it. So I'll be in Vegas. I can't wait. I'll be in Vegas. That's all I'm gonna say. Right there. We going to the pool as well. So I'm gonna be in Vegas, and I'm already gonna be in the pool. So yeah, okay. Especially when this body gets together, I'm definitely gonna be in the club with my shirt off. Hey, I would be dancing more. Like the Wiley that y'all seen last year in Vegas, this gonna be a whole other Wiley in this Vegas in November 2023. I'm gonna tell you right now. We drinking, we gonna be smoking, we gonna be in the pool, we gonna be in the hot tub. We gonna be kicking it. Like if you ain't ready to kick it, don't come stay at home. But if you ready to kick it Like kick it with Wiley in October. I'm sorry, in October, y'all already know. Let me put the flyer up there real quick. In October, you just ready to kick it. October the 6th through the 9th, 2023. If you just ready to kick it, you better make sure you hit me up at Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com because we gonna be kicking it right then and there. Drinking, we go get the party bus. We gonna be smoking, drinking, popping bottles, dancing, lit. Like it's gonna be a lit meet and greet. We gonna be kicking it. So y'all better RSVP because it's not gonna be boring. We're gonna go to clubs, we're gonna go to bars, we gonna go to karaoke bars. I'm gonna get up there and sing. It's gonna be awesome because my body gonna be together. So definitely we gonna be kicking it. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. So if, I don't suggest you bring your husband, but your husband got to be willing. Like I am a flirt. I'm a flirt, and if she look good, I'm a flirt with her. It is what it is. I am a natural flirt. Like I'm a natural flirt. Like that female that y'all seen on my show yesterday. Let's be crystal clear. I interviewed her, and I've just noticed that she was entertaining everything. But the main reason why I reached up to her in the DM is because she looked good, and that just caught my eye, and I was like, "Whoa, wow!" And I woke up early today because she looked fine and she intelligent and she talks spirituality. So I woke up and I found a beautiful picture of her. I put her in the thumbnail with Trey Songz, and I put her in a thumbnail with Trey Songz, with Miss Jones, with Trey Songz, and with Drake. But I wanted to put myself in the picture, but I ain't on that level yet. So I restreamed her interview just for her. And I rarely do that for people. I'm doing it for everybody else. But for her, especially because she just looks so good, I can't stop thinking about it. So she reached out. She said, "Oh, you think people gonna think I'm doing something with Trey Songz?" Like, it's so fine. I got you. I got you. She started sharing it. Beautiful. So yeah, I saw her down on my timeline. And she's everything. And she speak my same language. The men like to sleep, eat good, blah, 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 my type. So definitely anything that she doing, she got a movie, a project, a podcast. I'm already buying her book. I'm gonna get a copy to my mama and to my granny, give her a copy of the book. I'm buying about 3 copies of her book. And we're gonna make her book part of the book club in February. So she will be the book club pick in February. We're gonna bring her back to talk about her book in February, most definitely. So the only reason I reached out, and I'm glad I reached out to her because she did Tubi, she did acting, I did, she talked about all that on the show live, and I was like, woo. And she sing, woo. So, okay. All right. So, yeah. So I threw them in there, but I wanted to be in the thumbnail. I'm just gonna be real with you. So she reached out, beautiful. Like, oh, my heart just jumped a beat. I was stunned. Like when she reached out, I was like, oh, she's like, I'm here. Like, you ready to go? Like, yeah. I started stuttering. You know what I'm saying? Just that true beauty. Anyway, I know some of y'all gonna get jealous because y'all want me to talk to y'all, but y'all don't put on, y'all don't show me, y'all don't come on camera like this. She came on camera, had a book, started talking about spirituality, talking about God. She corrected me in the scripture. I love that about her. Life and death is in the. I think she had death and life. It was a life and death in the power of the tongue. I love that when you speak about that. Anyway, we gonna move on now. Let's go to the topic because we got a lot of stuff. I could do an intro all day, but we gonna start right there and we gonna get to we we're gonna start right there. We're gonna get directly into the topic because I didn't want to make this like a show because we're gonna open up the phone lines. So Armon, Larry Reid, Storm Monroe, we was ready for this interview. This was supposed to be them confronting Larry with tough questions. When I first tuned into the live, one of my good friends, we were sitting down. They was leaning out the door. I'm sitting down, and it was no sound. Storm was so excited to have Larry Reid in the house, he snatched the plug out of it, and it was no sound for the first couple of minutes of the show. They just talking with no sound. Armon, the one with the black hat, that man on there drinking. I've been drinking. Now he's supposed to be on the detox from drinking and all, just drinking. Man, drunk, probably high, in that corner, just drunk. Then Larry Reid stuffed in them pants, looked like he ready to go back, either background or dance for MC Hammer in the back in the mirror. Storm Monroe looked like he just got out of bed doing laundry. He just put on the type of shirt. It was all this production just was a mess. Then I go over to Tasha K, and I just got the phone with a producer because my quality got to be an upgrade. I tuned into Tasha K. Tasha K looked like a bowl of chocolate ice cream. And I know she don't like the LGBT community. I know her husband don't like the LGBT community because her husband is Muslim and he believes in Nation of Islam, all that. Her camera, Tasha K camera is A1. It's like Tasha K looks so good. It's like I just want to sit down and eat ice cream with her. She got that face that I just want to sit down, that chocolate skin, and that woman had on all white. I said, Tasha, you looking too good. Mama, time down. You looking too good with that all white, that glistening HD. Good quality, that glistening HD. All that good chocolate and all that white. That white is her color. I was getting kind of turned on. I said, let me turn this on. That's a married woman right there. But her husband better keep her, you know, I won't be straight no more. Get a taste of that, you know, that yoni, that African yoni. Anyway, so the quality was like off the chain. I was like, whoa. Then I went over to Storm. He's supposed to be a mentee of Tasha. His quality looked like he just bought his camera from Walgreens. And Armon, why you didn't tell Storm to get a better camera? Larry Reid, y'all set Storm up, roll up for failure. And Armon, all he was thinking about eating, smoking, and drinking. That's it. I just don't understand that. Why that man quality that low? Why Storm Monroe got a Blue Yeti? A Blue Yeti mic is for beginner podcasters. You need to upgrade to a microphone like that or a microphone in the Breakfast Club. Why in the world you got a $100 Blue Yeti in the middle? You traveling, but you ain't investing in your platform. But your master teacher, Tasha, taught you how to have the quality. Armon, you can say what you want to say about him, that he drinking all that, but that man is a snack, and he looks good in that studio. It's no shade. All right. Armon Wiggins, I love what makes Armon very attractive. If I have to give him that, is his opinion. I love when he has his opinion that is so attractive to me. When you have I'm not attracted to him, but I can understand that that's attractive when you got your own thoughts and that glistening HD. That man got a camera, and we gonna get all that. Y'all got to give before we get that equipment. He got a camera up here, a camera above him. He got a mini screen right there. He got a mixer to do different camera angles. He got a sign in the back, and then he was in front of the sign. Like his camera equipment to match Tasha K, Armon goes neck to neck with Tasha K and her quality. No shade. Armon quality goes neck to neck to Tasha K quality. And it's no shade. Hold on 1 second. Let me log out of here because okay. Let me log out. Okay, there we go. So I want y'all to hear that. His quality is good and he's attractive. His teeth is white. In his opinion, his quality is really good. So he matches Tasha K. Storm Monroe is just behind schedule. Even Larry Reid quality don't match Armon and Tasha. It is what it is. I don't know. He's spending money on men's and flights and strips and lobster. But I have to give him that. Now let's get into this conversation. They having a conversation about Larry Reid being what is he? He said he's pansexual. Pansexual just will sleep with anything, men, women, whatever. Then he say, I don't believe in label. Stop saying that. Whoever created that, please stop. You do believe in labels. It's either one or two things. You either with man at a time, or a man with woman, or you with them both. But stop saying you don't believe in labels. If you like men and women, say that. You like men and women. You are bi. But stop putting it, I'm pansexual. I'm this. Like, you like what you like. You like men. You like women. You particularly like men more than you like women. Have you slept with women? Yes. You have children about it. That's a fact. But you prefer men because the woman that you got, you dumped her, or she dumped you, and you dumped her again. Y'all never could see each other. Y'all was each other's beard. She was your beard, And Larry Reid was her beard. Her beard is you get married to cover I'm gay, but I'm gonna marry you as a woman to cover me up, and then we just smash each other just because, two human beings together, eventually something gonna rise. And that's it. But we not in love. I don't really love you. And everything like that. You the mother of my children, but I really like men. Just say that. All that. I don't like labels. I don't like labels. I just don't like labels. You isn't a label. Get up out of here. Everything in this country is labeled something, right? Every time you fill out an application, it's labeled something. I like women, I like men, and it is what it is. It's no in between. You either like women or men. That's it. It's no in between. But these allegations, what Larry is doing, it did not clear it up when he was having a conversation with Armon, because what messed it up, Armon was drunk, and I can tell in his essence, in his spirit, he don't believe in Larry Reid. But then Armon said, thank you, Larry, for giving me money. Let me give you a hug. Let me hug you because you gave me money for my studio. So he then bought and paid for a studio. Now, Larry didn't give him no big money because that studio that he got is a small little studio. It is what it is. You can't even shout up in that studio, right? You can't even serve food and have a meet and greet in that studio. It's only room for one person. But he want to have a radio show and interview people. How you going to interview in that one little hut? You can just only squeeze in one guest. But you damn sure can't have 3 or 4 guests in there because that's going to be cramped and funky. So Larry paid for his studio. And so that's why Armon tap dancing and got flown out and all that. But it's been flown out by the LRL's income. They paid for that studio. The LRLers, the Patreon people paid for it. So when he did that, it was none but the Patreon people that did it. So when I saw that, I'm like, child, like you getting paid by the Patreon. The Patreon people flew him out and financed this interview. And so when I'm hearing this, but at least these 2 young men are legal, consenting adults. They're 2 consenting adults. But they didn't ask him tough questions. They didn't ask him tough questions about the lawsuit with Brother Daryl Moore, how he sued him so very quickly, but failed to sue Tasha K very quickly. They failed to ask him tough questions about his lawsuit with Levantre, and how he said it was dropped, but he failed to say that Levantre answered the complaint in the lawsuit, and then Larry Reid dropped it, and he can refile it if he wants to in the future, but he still haven't done that. Then Larry Reid said on previous shows that said, hey, I'm going to sue Tasha, but in this episode, he said, he said in a previous episode and somebody else's show, he's not going to sue Tasha on his employee channel with the pink wig. This show, he said, I'm going to sue Tasha. Larry don't know what he's going to do. Then Larry said, somebody contact BET. Yeah, I did contact BET. I did call BET. I absolutely did call BET. And I'm not ashamed of it. Because if somebody said they've been victimized at 15 years old and you got this person on Kingdom Business, BET should be notified. I didn't only call BET, but I wasn't the only one on that 3-way. Because there was somebody else on that 3-way when we called. And I also send out tweets, but I ain't going to say no names. I keep that on the hush-hush. And we want BET to be called to the carpet. Now, BET said they are aware of the allegations and they're going to make a statement in the upcoming days or weeks. So we're going to see if they're ever going to make a statement. But we still making tweets. And yes, BET should cut ties with Larry Reid. Why haven't they cut ties with BET? BET is supposed to be Black entertainment television. Blackness is supposed to be greatness, supposed to be positive energy. And I don't think that we should have this Black person entertaining us on television when he's been accused of fondling and abusing a 15-year-old boy, Levantre. So, of course, they need to at least temporarily separate themselves from Larry Reid until these allegations are fully investigated. I don't think he should be on Kingdom Business when these allegations are going out. Okay? And so he having this conversation with Armon and Storm. Now, it's the history of both of them. Storm got dropped by Tasha K. Armon Wiggins got dropped by Tasha K. So already I'm preparing for a biased interview. What would it make this interview better for Larry Reid? He should agree to come on my show for a sit-down interview, and I ask him these tough questions. They have failed, and I'm not going to give you the question to ask him because we may get an interview like that because I heard through a source he do want to talk to me, but he's been saying not to talk to me because I may record him. But I said I don't mind coming to Atlanta and do a sit-down interview, get a team, because I got some people that got cameras, do a sit-down interview, and I want to ask Larry Reid these tough questions. And if Larry Reid is willing to have this sit-down interview with me, I'm willing to have this sit down interview with him. And I want to ask him these very tough questions. But this interview that he did with the drunk with the black hat and the one that's stuffed in that orange shirtless, sleeveless shirt, they did not ask Larry Reid the tough questions. And then Larry Reid talking about how he paid for the members of the church, how he did this, but it does not make any sense that Larry Reid gonna say Levontre said these allegations back in the day, then you let him back in your church, and then you say Levontre said it again. That doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Passionate Bliss, loving the BET call move. Thank you. I just don't understand. He had these ruthless allegations you say was a lie. Then you welcome him to come back into the church. Then it's a text message. You didn't deny the allegations. Now you didn't deny the allegations because Tasha K picked it up, but you still haven't sued Tasha K. And if you believe that she harmed your reputation, then go and sue her in state court, because you can't sue her in federal court because you haven't lost anything as of yet of that $75,000 threshold. Because in order to sue her in federal defamation court, you must prove to the court that you have been severely harmed by at least bare minimum $75,000. The reason why you were so successful suing Daryl Moore in federal court is because you proved damages that people had unsubscribed so much that your incomes have fallen, and you have lost over 75,000 plus, and that's why you was able to sue him in federal defamation court. But when it came to Tasha, you haven't sued her in state court. When it came to Levontre, you haven't sued him in state or federal court. You sued him in federal court, but then you dropped the complaint. And so they really didn't ask the tough questions. And then he got into Storm Monroe asked him, do you suck it? Do you like to get it sprayed on your face? Now, here this man supposed to be straight. Where he at? Right there. Right there. He supposed to be a straight man. The first thing that's on his man, did you suck it? Did it spray in your Did it spray on your face? Like a little kid. I'm like, why? And then Armon say, see, this is why they say you are gay. Why he's drinking that cheap liquor that he bought at CVS. Because Armon, when Storm was in the wine cellar with Tasha K and he interviewed T.S. Madison, he asked T.S. Madison about her love, her sex life. And T.S. Madison said, Storm, are you, part of the community? And he was like, no. And then Armon went live and dragged Storm, saying that Storm is not intelligent. Tasha K ain't gonna let Storm talk because he don't be making no sense. He's embarrassed to say he's not the true talent. He's been used to get it. And now he's in Storm's house being fake and phony and drinking that man cheap liquor that he bought from CVS. And so you see this type of conversation that's going on with Storm, Armon, and Larry Reid. And then Larry Reid is just so indoctrinated because he thought that video was going to get hundreds of millions of views, and it did not, because number one, they did not challenge Larry Reid. There's you and Larry, you at the house, and then you got Larry Reid's staff, y'all, and then y'all let Larry Reid manipulate y'all too, because he got you drunk with the hat, he got you conjure up in your apartment, boost you up about your good car and all these things, and y'all act like little boys, and y'all did not ask him the tough questions. Then they were diving into then they asked, say, Larry Reid, did you do that? No, I didn't fund them. They said, Larry Reid, take your shades off. I didn't do this. This did not happen. Took his shades off. And you can see Armon's face like he didn't believe it. And then it just switched to Tasha K bashing. He said Tasha K, he started talking about Levontre, about what he did, about him being naked, or he tried to show himself in the nude. Then he got into Tasha K, that Tasha K want other men to be with her or be with her husband in secret rooms, that she's a screamer. And they got into dragging Tasha again. Storm Monroe said that Tasha K is everything. She's attractive, that he wanted to sleep with Tasha, that he seen Tasha K boobs, that he wanted to sleep with. And you hear all of this stuff, nothing about Levontre, nothing about justice for Levontre, and it wasn't a fair interview because they've been bought and paid for. And when I see all of this stuff, I said, okay, this is not a good look, because Larry, you're looking guilty in these streets. You think that interview that you did with the drunk, with all that liquor, and he said he ain't gonna do no more drink interviews, and the one that's stuffed in that orange shirt, and then they brought Wiley up. because Larry Reid text Tasha being messy about Jason Lee, sent Tasha K the text. Tasha K sent me the text. So they was having a conversation. And Storm said, "We don't give no clout over here." Storm, you have been on my show. You have called me multiple times. We have DM multiple times. You've been on Two Man and a Lady for an entire season. You was paid to do Two Man and a Lady. Every time you made an appearance, you were paid for your services. You never got on Two Man and a Ladies for free. We had a sponsor, and you was always paid and everything. But for you to get on that show, not to say my name, and then you interview me on your show when your ratings was dropping so low, and you try to revamp and interview YouTubers, you brought me on your show, and I went on there. But now you're trying to act all brand new because you in front of Armon, the same man that called you gay, called you, said who named their child Storm Monroe, all these type of things. But the same man that have helped you and have helped your channel grow, you want to poop on them? Go right ahead, play it. If that's what you want to do it, and we have paid you. I got the cash apps, the receipts of paying you. Every time you came on Two Man and a Lady, you were paid, because we have Regina, the Regina show. She sponsored the Two Man and a Lady, and we paid you on there. We actually paid you, and we paid Seven to do Two Man and a Lady. But for you to sit there in your apartment with that blue yelly mic to not put credit on my name, that's very fake. And I've always known that you've been fake. You ain't surprised me that you was fake. It is what it is. I've been told you how you fake. You came on the show, said, "Wiley, I didn't block you." You ain't blocked, Wiley. "Oh, wait a minute, Wiley. Your name is blocked." And then y'all blocked me again. I was sending super chat. That's you stopping your bag. You want to stop your bag? That's you. And you played. I've been known that you just a fake guy. You just really, really fake. And then when you get called out of, you don't like to be called. You're just a fake person. Everything about you, fake, fake, fake. Your lifestyle, fake. You liking women, fake. You want to be with women, fake. You want to be in a threesome with women, fake. Everything about you, fake. This is your mom, fake. This is my name, fake. It's just all fake, 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 fake. Just fake, 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 fake. Everything about you, just fake, fake, fake. Is that really your body? That could be a fake bodysuit. You just never know. Like everything about you, fake, 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 fake. And then you come on the chat, you come in the chat, then you get around Armon, then you get brand new. But you in my chat, you sending me super chat. When you were getting dragged by Kyrie for Neighborhood Talk, we had your back. I actually got blocked by Kyrie for the Neighborhood Talk, having your back. And I don't regret it, because you were right. You need to be credited, but I had your back. But you're sitting there being fake and not at least saying my name. And then Larry Reid, you sitting there in the middle, you came and cashed out me and super chatted me when we was doing your dirty work. And then you letting these two men that you're financing not to say my name. And then he finally said my name, and it was all good. And I super chat. I said, "Sorry, do we have a problem? Why you can't say the Wiley Show name?" But it's fine. We still got 1,200 people in the chat. We still growing every single day. So if you don't want to say my name, that's fine. Keep being FAKE, fake, because it doesn't make any sense. And Larry Reid, you can continue to be fake, because we have interviewed you when you was in the gospel industry with your wife. That was your beard. When you was trying to be the next Kirk Franklin, they said no. Your records never went on Billboard, never went #1. You never won a Stella Award. You never won a BET Award. You never won a Billboard Award. Your records didn't go anywhere. You never got a gold record, never got a platinum record. It never was that type of success. You never did a world tour where hundreds of thousands of people was there. So you never really made it as a gospel industry. Then you revamp. You want to be a commentator and do Larry Live and take money for the people on Patreon, but you never made it as a singer. When the last time you heard that record on the chart? Never heard that singer. And you really can't sing like that. I always want to tell you, you really can't sing like that. Sound a hot mess. Now, when the day is out the line, and Jesus is yeah. Jesus. Buy my record on LarryLive.com. Buy my record is coming soon on Patreon. Larry Live, text me 377. I said, man, that man just sit on down. Because who in the world bad these right? I just know the lie. Like, girl, you better need to make a Vogue song and just get out there and Vogue. You know, all that type of sound you try to hit. Sit on that. Can't sing like that. No, man, get it on sound like that. And so you just see all this type of stuff, and neither one of them is educated in the church sector. I could have done a better interview with Larry Reid, and I would have got a reaction out of Larry Reid. And they did their interview, and it wasn't great. I didn't feel it. Tasha K quality was good. She's on Larry Reid neck, and her platform is bigger than Storm because, like I said, most of Storm audience don't know a Larry Reid. Most of Storm audience don't know a Armon Wiggins. They know him through Jaguar Wright. They know him through the Kardashians. So they're not tuned into, the church sector. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But it's okay. My new season, I know not to put everybody on. I'm not doing that no more. Like 2 man and lady, each person will be paid. They will be on contract. And they would be paid to do 2 man and lady. We're going to push it back from February. We're going to do it in March because I got a lot of things to do in February. So we're going to bring it back. They're both going to be paid. They're going to be on contract. It's going to be different. A new crop of people because I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing, introducing talent to the Wiley Show. It's going to be great. And some people that you've never seen, we're going to do it for a 4-week season. And they're going to be paid for each week. So they're going to be paid out of my pocket and they're going to be on contract. And we're going to keep the show going. So you know what I'm saying? We're not doing it for free anymore. They're going to be paid to do 2 men and a lady. They're going to be paid because the type of talent I have, they want to be paid $100 an hour. And so we're doing it for 60 minutes, 2 guests, that's $200, 2, 4, 6, that's $600 a month for the month of March. So they're going to be paid to do the episode so I can get a little bit better talent that really wanted to do the show. And so they're definitely going to be paid. And we're going to be executive producing the show. I control the content, executive produce the show, and they will be paid for each episode because, again, we're getting more coins and people are donating, and we're going to use that to pay for that 2 man and lady because I love that show. I love to do a panel show. So that is definitely going to be happening because we did that for Storm and we did that for 7 because we had a sponsor. So if we have any sponsors, hit the email. But I would never get into this place where if I fool with you and we got into doing stuff, I'm going to say your name. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we're not saying the pink wig person channel because soon as he got to 40,000, he dissed me. Soon as he got to 40,000. Soon as he got to 40, I'm at 40K. I don't respond to people if you ain't got a million. I'm at 40K. I'm at 40K. People can't get, they've been trying for years. They can't even get to 40K. I'm getting just throwing out shots at me. No name. I come in the chat, no name, dropping nicknames on it, just dissing me. And I brought him on 2 man and a lady. Introduced that brother to my audience. They didn't know who he was. They introduced him to the audience. Now I'm dealing with different staff. Now we're dealing with better people that's willing to be professional, that understand the game, that understand business, not clout chasers. He just, it is what it is. I'm not mad because I know that I can put people on. We had another person that we was putting on. They got a sense of popularity, and they just been blowing up my phone. They blocked. They've been removed. We don't do no free promo. They've been calling me every single day. Can I come on your show? I love you, Wiley. Please forgive me. I said you will never come on my show ever again because you got a taste of the Wiley experience and you didn't know how to handle it. You tried to drag. You didn't know where to go. So you will never be welcome on my platform. Only thing that you're going to be able to do is sit on the sidelines and crumble in tears that could have been you beside Wiley, but you got a taste of the Wiley experience and the Wiley exposure and you didn't know how to handle it. So you're going to be sitting with the rest of the Wiley rejects in the corner somewhere complaining that you was supposed to be on the show with Wiley, but you fumbled the bag because I gave you a taste of a platform. You didn't know how to handle a taste. So if I would have gave you the full experience, you really would have went a little woohoo. I just gave you a little taste and you couldn't even handle the taste. And you just woohoo. You just went all. I said, can't deal with you, player. You ain't ready for me. We going another way with a whole nother group of people because you can't diss the CEO, the boss, and you think you're going to work and sit beside me. I'm not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, especially if you ain't got none that you bring into the table. I'm actually giving you clout. Now, if you was giving me clout, I could think of that different. So, woohoo. Bye-bye. And she calling me every single day, every morning. The Holy Spirit told me you're going to get to 1 million. The Holy Spirit said you're going to get this. Answer your phone. The Holy Spirit said answer your phone. I ain't answering that phone. Just text. Because you got a taste of that Wiley experience and you want to come back in the kingdom. And we said, no, the doors have been closed. Yes, it have. And so, sorry for you. So back to Storm, play. You don't want to say my name. It's okay. We good over here, player. We good over here. You know what I'm saying? When you get drug out here in these streets, you're going to be out there I'm not going to come to your rescue. When you get dragged out in these streets, I'm going to just let you get dragged. I'm going to be like Celia in The Color Purple when Mr. was trying to cook for Sugar. I'm going to be right there and look at you get dragged. And I'm saying, look at that player. And Armon ain't going to come save you because in reality, he wanted to do the interview with Larry Reid by himself in LA, but Larry Reid didn't want to have no problems and get you upset with him. So he just brought both of y'all together to sit in a problem. But really, Armon did not even want to be there. That's why he was all sloppy drunk and slurring over his words, because he really didn't want to be in Atlanta to do no interview with no Larry Reid with Storm Monroe. He would have preferred to interview Larry Reid in his studio and they do a one-on-one interview. So he really didn't want to be there. But he settled because Larry Reid financed his studio, so he had no choice. He's a prostitute, so he had no choice but to go, because I'm funding you, player, so you have no other choice but to hop on this plane, get in this rental car, get here, player. I'm your pimp. I paid you this LRL money. I paid you for that studio. You're my prostitute. You my whore. So you get up in that apartment and you defend me and you do this interview. You better drag Tasha K. You had no choice. You've been bought and paid for a studio. Yeah, you've been bought and paid for. Yeah, prostitute, been paid for. Got the prostitute drunk. You know he like to drink. If you know your prostitute like to drink, your whore like to drink, you give him you give him some liquor. Okay, man, you in here? Let me give you a little liquor. Let me give you a little. Get him drunk, sloppy drunk, and he in there. Oh, and then drunk. And then that's the thing when he a drunk. And this one he can't come at my house because this player is sitting up in the chat. I mean, sitting on camera, drinking, so drunk, that he wasted the liquor on the table. So they had to, oh my God, and Storm was like, don't worry about it. He was kind of pissed. And somebody in the audience, I think Marco, because he followed Larry everywhere. So Marco had to go in Storm Monroe restroom or bathroom to get paper towel because Armon wasted the liquor. Looked a hot mess. And you supposed to interview Cardi B? You was drunk with Milagro and got drunk with Larry Reid. You supposed to be sober. You said, I'm going to stop drinking in interviews. But your pimp made sure you were drunk and belligerent. Wasted liquor all on the table. Whoosh, oh man, shoot, I didn't mean to drink. Because you're drunk. Have a drinking problem. You need to be in AA. Come on over to Dallas, Texas, so I can take you over there to South Dallas to AA so you can stand up. Hello, my name is Armon Wiggins, and I am an alcoholic. When I was raised, my daddy would take me to McDonald's, and he would not give me a Sprite, or he would not give me a Fanta. And that just made me drink. And so one day I went to my papa, to his liquor cabinet in the attic, and I would just drink myself silly. And I've been drinking and everything like that. And one day I told my papa I want to be a superstar. And I moved over to Atlanta. And then I left Atlanta because I was drunk and I couldn't keep a job. So I moved to Texas and I needed a car. I got really drunk and I scammed somebody's name and used somebody's name and got caught by the cops and got arrested. And I'm just so sorry. And I'm here and I'm just telling my story. Welcome, Armon Wiggins. That was an amazing story that you shared. Oh, wow. Just keep on coming. You come there and everything like that. So then your pimp call you. Hello, this is Dr. Larry Reid. I need you to interview. Then interview him, fly him out, and you give him liquor. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. So he was drunk and high. And Storm looked like he just got through eating some baby back ribs and some crab legs. And looked like he just got through doing his laundry. He looked stuffed. So we got to open up these phone lines and let y'all call in. But they couldn't say Wiley Show. Why did they got to so shaky? They can't say Wiley Show. That's when you know you popping. It feels like Harry Potter. You know when Harry Potter was doing a movie and it was the villain in the Voldemort. They couldn't say, oh, we can't say that name. That name must not be spoken. We cannot say that name. I feel like Harry Potter. I feel like Voldemort. What was his name? Voldemort? You can't. Oh, that name. We can't say that name. We can't say that name. Please, let's not say that name. Voldemort. Let's for whatever his name was. We can't say that. That's how it looked like. I'm like, what? And then it slip out, and then people say, Wiley. They was flooded that chat with the Wiley Day. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is spooked, nervous, can't say anything. Armon shivering. Don't say it. Don't say it. Looking bad, drunk. Storm looks stuffed. And Larry Reid looked like he auditioned for an episode of First 48 with them shades. Look like he auditioned for First 48. He feeling the pressure, getting phone calls and trying to clear that. That ain't clear his name. Liquor all on the table. Who got Armon Wiggins drunk? That's not right. Were you trying to make Armon one of your victims? I don't know. Ain't nobody get all that liquor. Got that man slubbering over his words, falling over his stuff, and crossing his leg. Was he trying to make him a victim? I don't know. I can't really say that. But who brought that liquor? Was it funded by the LRLs? We need to investigate on that. Whether it's going to become a new victim, I don't know. Because you get Armon Wiggins drunk, that man will dance in a whole circle. He going to dance that bread basket because Larry Reid did say, I see you had that bread basket, dancing that bread basket, and he sure made that man drunk. So I don't know if he wanted that man to dance around in the television, twerk, and all that type of stuff. Oh, don't worry about it. The prophet is going to take you to your hotel. He probably going to say he's going to take him to the hotel. Yeah, he's going to take him to the hotel, all right. Man. See, one thing about Storm Monroe, the only thing you got to get him with is food. That's it. Some good chicken wings, but you can't get Storm with no liquor because he already know player. You ain't going to give me like that. But Armon, you can get him with some liquor and cheap liquor. It wasn't even no Great Goose or no Ciroc. Some of that good stuff or some of that PED0 drink. Cheap glass bottle. And it was drunk. Slurring over this word. I think that bottle need to get tested. Test that bottle. Test it. Test to see it was some substance in that bottle. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna read this page and then we're gonna open up the phone line. Let me make sure the phone lines work because you guys, I'm on my huge computer, and I want to make sure that we can actually take the phone calls on this computer because this computer is like my brand new computer. I rarely use this, but I started using it because this is where I do my editing stuff. I call it my battle station. So let me make sure. Test it. Man, please. Someone was in that. Talking about it was ginger. It wasn't no ginger. Yeah, it was some ginger, all right. Man, it was some ginger. Yeah, it was some ginger, all right. Man, please. That was a sprinkle of that bread basket in there. Wow, that was just that ginger. That was that ginger. Yeah, it was some ginger, all right. That was some of that bread basket. Sprinkle. All right. All right, anyway, we gonna move on. So I'm gonna read this page. We on 13, and this is the lawsuit that he actually sued the cigar vlogger Daryl Moore, and we definitely gonna talk about that. But I'm gonna put before we read that, of course, Tasha K interviewed the mother, and so that's gonna come out. PPP gonna come out on Sunday. So we're gonna actually talk about that on Sunday after the interview air. We're gonna break it down for all the people that ain't got no money, that don't want to support Tasha and want to support me. So make sure y'all cash up us to $12.99 when we give y'all the review. All right. So we definitely do that. So let me read page 13 of this complaint of this when he sued the cigar vlogger. And he sued him immediately in federal defamation court. But he have not sued Tasha K. He have not sued Bishop Whitehead. He have not sued any of those three entities, neither Levantre. He have not refiled that lawsuit. And then he threw out some shade at at Bishop Whitehead and said that Bishop Whitehead's ex-wife said that Bishop Whitehead did something to his children. Now, what kind of preacher is going to tap back fire with fire? I thought you was going to not do that. I thought you was going to sue because of slander and all that. What is your evidence that you spoke to the ex-wives and that Bishop Whitehead did all that? But anyway, he did that. That's supposed to be a prophet, and he was supposed to get questioned, and now he's trying to throw us off with Bishop Whitehead. But I still said justice for Levantre. 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 Yo, justice for Levantre Andrews. Yes, justice for Levantre Andrew. Justice for Levantre. Make sure he get justice for Levantre. We are tweeting, so make sure y'all tweet us on Twitter. I'm going to read page 13. We're going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to be done because I got to give me some sleep. All right. This is February 28, 2021. Larry Reid Live tries to get ahead of the secrets revealed about him by the cigar vlogger. February 27, 2021. Larry Reid is doing damage control after being exposed by the cigar vlogger. Moore has published videos which contain directly and strongly implied threats of violence against Reid and has underscored these threats by visiting Reid's home in a private gated community in Georgia and publishing detailed instructions on how to locate his home. In videos posted on the first streams of the following date, Moore made threatening statements. On February 2nd, 2021, Moore warned Reid that he had 9 days to retract the lies you said about me, or I'm going to put you in financial ruin. On February 5th, 2021, Moore stated, I can't put into word this is you are about to experience. You're going to get got. In another video on that day, Moore deny and intend to off Reid, but notes regarding the entrance to the gated community where Reid lives that I have the gate code. He then described visiting the area, speaking about Reid with his neighbors. In another video that day, Moore gives turn-by-turn directions to Reid home. In a separate video on the same day, Moore said he's unafraid of Reid because Moore carries heavy and well protected himself. On February 6, 2021, Moore posted pictures of himself in front of Reid's house and a picture of the security gate surrounding his community. On March 28, 2021, Moore filmed himself cocking a P-word, a weapon, said it would be fine if Reid stopped breathing, and while denying an intent to off Reid, expressed a wish he could put 2 in the chest and be done with it. All statements, accusations, and described in the paragraphs above was made with actual malice, despite the fact that Moore knew that they were false or acted with reckless disregard. So the truth of falsely thereof. The statements were also made with ill will or original matters. I want to make sure we do that. Okay. Ordinary matters. Ordinary matters. Hatred or desire to harm Reid and his reputation, made in bad faith and without prejudice, justification, or duty. So we read that page. We're going to open up the phone lines on that. And he sued, like I said, he sued Daryl Moore. Daryl Moore had $1,200 in the bank. He sued that man very quickly. And I had the DMs of him actually saying, hey, I'm going to sue him in defamation. I'm suing him very quickly. He have not done that with Tasha K. With Tasha K, he went on a press tour with a man that was drinking allegedly and another man that was stuffed. Let's go to the phone lines. We're going to open up the phone lines and allow you all to call in really quickly. We are live. I'm going to post the number on the screen really quickly, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. This is the time that y'all call in. Let me know if the phone lines is working. So we need somebody to call in. Wait a minute. Somebody is calling me. Is it? Oh, okay. Hello? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, wait a minute. Hello? Allow mic access. Okay. Hello?
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go to bed too. So this was so funny. This whole thing was hilarious. I just wanted to say, can we say people's names or no today?
No names. Of course, you can say Armon and Storm because they did an interview. I don't mind you saying their name. Anybody else? You got name.
Okay. So, that interview was so corny and weird because of the situation at hand. And the crazy part about it is that I listened to Armon scream. I mean, scream, veins popping out his neck about Jason Lee. Oh, JL, J Lee, whoever. He ain't asked the right questions. We wanted to hear this. We wanted to hear that. And I'm like, so what did I do? When I clicked on that interview, they was talking about everything but these allegations. And then, so it's like, is like Larry your friend? And it's like, so why was you mad at the comfort that Jason Lee and old girl had in their interview You know what I'm saying? But you can sit there and be drunk and not ask this man nothing that we want to know about these allegations. It was just crazy and weird. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I guess Larry got that bread for real. Cause I don't know what's going on. Cause I think that these are serious allegations. So I just want to say that. I feel like they was talking about all type of sexual stuff. I don't know why. I mean, it's like he accused of something sexual and y'all flirting. What is going on? This is crazy. So, okay. But you got me rolling though. This is hilarious, Wiley. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. We're gonna take 4 callers. So give me a second here. We're gonna take 4 callers. So there we go. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead. I can hear you loud. Hi.
Listen, I called it. I knew exactly what Larry was going to do. It was a Tasha K bash session, and I got to give it to Tasha K. Tasha K must be a bad bee for having 3 men all up against her. She got these people pressed and bothered, and I'm here for you. I'm here for it. I ride with Tasha K. And my thing is, Larry, you're doing way too much for nothing. No one is believing you. You need to stop. You need to stop while you're ahead. I don't understand why you would need to get Tasha K's rejects on there when you need to start with the lawsuit. It's like, what are you doing, bruh? It's just trying to discredit Tasha K and Levante. It's like, for what, bruh? Like, you're just doing nothing, and you trying to make it seem as if like Levante's lying and Tasha K lying without any proof, without any evidence. Those receipts. What happened with the receipts? This is my issue. You're not making the receipts the vocal point of that interview. You're making it a Tasha K bash session. And it's just, Larry, you guilty, bro. Like, it's just giving guilty, and you need to stop. And that's all I got to say. Why? Thank you.
Thank you so very much for your support and calling in. Okay. If anybody else want to call in, the number is on the screen, you guys. And you can definitely call in. All right, give me a second. We're definitely going to bring you on. All right. You live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Wiley. Oh, my gosh. So that, I didn't really get any clarification from that whole interview. It felt like Larry was admitting to some things, but the part about, like, just the underage thing, it was like, oh, no, I didn't do that. So it was really weird. But I did get the vibe that Armon did not believe him. And I just, I'm scared for Armon. I really hope he doesn't get really drunk around Larry, because I just feel like, he might, give him a little tap on the shoulder, like, come on, let's go to the back room kind of thing. Because I can just see Larry doing that. And just him saying like, oh, well, I don't consider myself to be gay. And I'm just like, and then you want to sit up here and say how good you fucked the king? Like, are you serious? Like, that was so funny to me. I just couldn't. So I don't know. I don't think the interview was a good look, a good move. I don't think it really resolved anything. I mean, if anything, it told us some of his business, some of everybody's business on there. But I don't know. I think he should probably reevaluate it when all the episodes come out. That's all I have to say, Wiley. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. And like I said, thank you, caller. It actually interviewed Levante's mother, and wow, did she drop some tea in that clip about Larry. And so we're going to get into that. And then we've got Levante. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
What's up, Wiley?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm so confused. Like yesterday when I called in, I was like, he showed the receipt, so I kind of believe Larry. But now I definitely am in the middle on the fence, because it's like, Larry, if this was supposed to be the big interview, and it's like, if the receipts were so true that the other guy, your employee, showed on the other lady's channel, why weren't those the receipts the focal of this interview? Like, why were y'all so focused on gay stuff? Like, I don't get that. What pastor acts like Larry Reid? I don't get, that's so confusing. What pastor acts like Larry Reid? Like, getting there talking about sucking peen and pansexual. What pastor are you? What kind of pastor are you? What kind of prophet are you? I don't get Larry Reid. I don't get it. I don't get him. I'm leaning back towards thinking that he's guilty because you could just see all over his face. You could see the worry of him thinking that they were going to ask him some really hardball questions all over his face, and of course they didn't. And my thing is with Storm, come out of the closet, boo. It's okay, baby. Come out of the closet because you just too ingrained in a lifestyle to claim that you're straight. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just come out of the closet, Storm. And for that drunk Armon with his drunk big teeth, buck teeth, horse teeth, he is so fake because you could see it written all over his face that he did not believe Larry, but because he hates Tasha so much, he sit up there and act like, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me with his big fake teeth. I hope they fall out on his behind. I can't stand him anymore. All right, that's what I had to say, Larry. Wiley.
All right, thank you so very much for calling in and giving your point. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna try to open it up. All right, let's see if somebody else is gonna call in. All right. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Hey, Wiley. I'm finally glad I got in. Let me turn you down in the background. Give me one moment, babe.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the whole Storm and child. That whole thing was a mess, honey. Let me tell you, the setup itself was a mess. I believe if Storm was gonna have both of them there, which to me they look like money. Storm looked sweaty, nasty, big. I mean, you called it out on your show, okay? Armon was drunk. He was whatever he was. I just feel like Dr. Larry Reid is a child M. You know what I mean? I feel like he was there preying on them. I was looking at their eyes. They were giving a lot of symbols and stuff. So it was just a mess. I mean, like I said, if they were gonna have them out there, it should have been well presented, and it just didn't give that. So, but that's all I had to say, Wiley. Thank you, and you enjoy your night, boo.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, thank you, sis. Okay, we got to go to the next caller. This person back. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley. How are you?
Good.
Good. I just have a quick comment. I no longer watch Larry Reid live, but I used to watch it, and he would do a lot of the church drama with King Jives and some more people. But you have to look at a person's character. His conversation always revolved around sex. And so I want to make this analogy really quickly for your viewers. You know, when we were listening to R. Kelly, we let the lyrics kind of wash over our head because we were so caught up in the music and the beat. And with Larry Reid, I think he's hiding in plain sight because a lot of the commentary that he makes is talking, not even so much about it being homosexual, but just sexual commentary over the top. But he hides it behind jokes and laughter. So I don't know if he's guilty or if he's innocent, but what I do know is that it seems as if whatever he's done or doing is part of his character, and now the roosters come home to crow. So, but I'm enjoying your show, and thank you so much for taking my call.
All right, thank you so very much for calling in. All right. Do we have any more callers? Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna make sure. Okay. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley. I was just calling to say, I did catch some of the interview with Storm, and I think that, you know, the more and more I hear Larry talk, the more and more I feel that he's guilty. Like, I think it would have, I agree with you. I think it would have been better if it was a one-on-one interview. Like, the fact that it just seemed like they were just chopping it up, not taking it serious, it just felt like it was guilty, like he's hiding something. even when he did the interview with, like, I guess his team, and his wife was like, coming out covering for him and really saying like she had been with him every step of the way, then he went and like overshadowed that and said, no, it was times that he was alone. So it's just like the more he's really, incriminating himself through the more and more he talks. And I remember like when on his reality show, he had his cousin on there, and the cousin that came back into his life, and basically it was like she had done the same thing. There was a young girl that was coming to their home to babysit, and she ended up sleeping with the young girl. The mom got really mad, and she left her husband. I think at the time she left Larry Reid's best friend for this young girl, and it was a whole thing. And I think at the time Larry was kind of reconciling the cousin and the mom to forgive. So I just think that this is a pattern, and I agree with the last caller that Larry's been telling us all this all along, but because he was making it funny, people were just ignoring the signs.
I heard that. Thank you so very much for calling in, sister.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. People are definitely calling in, giving their reasons here. The number is on the screen, you guys. I want to make sure that we called everybody. Let's try this number. I think we called this number already, but let's try it again. Let's see. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. Can you mute me in the back, please? In the back, please. Can you mute me? Gotta mute me in the back. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
I want to ask you to.
Your call has been forwarded to an audio.
All right. Okay, y'all calling in. All right. Thank y'all so very much for calling in and supporting the show. I want to say, like, it was an audio that was dropped in Tasha K Live where Larry Reid admit of doing some things to a young man and or people or some victims. And he said, I understand of a teacher or a sleeping with their spiritual. I've done some things, and if it ever come out, I deny it. And she been playing this audio of that as well. So we didn't really do a full dive on Tasha K because we was watching the interview. So what we're gonna do on tomorrow, we're going to play. We're going to listen to Tasha K's response on her show because it was in Crystal HD, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. All right. We definitely are going to talk about that tomorrow. So we didn't talk about it today. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow because we didn't get it to her. We'll get her response on tomorrow. So thank y'all so very much for the support. Like I said, people, we're not doing no free promo, no bloggers, no free promo. And if anybody is in here trying to get free promo, we ain't doing it. So if you got some stuff and you want to give people some free promo, we're not doing it, and that's just not going to happen. So if you want to promote somebody and you want to come on and blah blah blah, we don't do no free promo. And let's take that down because we're gonna put the cash out up. $ Marquise Wiley 28, $ Marquise Wiley 28, because we are an independent operation. Like tomorrow, we got to do some more stuff. We're trying to get a updated camera. I think we have a camera, but we're gonna make sure it's set up right, and everything like that. So I want to pay somebody to help us do it. So if you're in the building, we definitely going to be doing that. So if you want to send a contribution to our show, you're more than welcome. We are independent operation. So we do want to thank you. I think somebody reached out to us and said they want to sponsor Two Man and Lady. They have already reached out to us about that. So that's a blessing. Again, we're gonna bring Two Man and Lady in March because February I got so much to do. We got the meet and greet that we're gonna do in February. The flyer is gonna drop. Let me see if he gave me the flyer. because we got a meet and greet that's going to happen. Yeah. We got a meet and greet. So we're going to have a flyer for that, but we will be doing a meet and greet for Dallas. So that meet and greet is going to take place on February. Excuse me. We're doing a meet and greet in Dallas for my Dallas subs. And if anybody want to come out of town, we can definitely do it. That's going to be on February the 11th, 2023. February the 11th. And so if you want to attend, email me and we will send you where we're going to be. Going to send you the address or where we will be at. It will be on a Saturday. And we will send you the address of where we're going to be at. And that will be on February the 11th, 2023 on a Saturday. We're going to go support a Black business. And while we support a Black business, we're going to go around at 3:00, support a Black business. And then if anybody want to go out later that night, we could do like a show, a bar, or something like that. But on February 11th, we are, and that's on a Saturday. Let me check my calendar. I believe that's a Saturday. And we're supporting a Black business. Okay. And that's what we're going to do on February the 11th. So that's the second Saturday in February. We're supporting a Black business. And while we're supporting a Black business, we can go out and we're definitely doing that. So that'll be on February 11th. So if you want to come to the Dallas meet and greet, put in there Dallas meet and greet, and we will let you know the location and where we're going to meet at. And so we ask that you support the business by buying some items on the menu. We ask that you support the business, and we're doing that. And the flyer going to drop. So we're waiting on the flyer. I thought it was going to be today, but my team is still working on it. So we're definitely doing that. So again, we are definitely doing that. And that will be on February the 11th. Now we have a special guest who's going to join our show tomorrow. Oh, wow. We got a lot of special guests that's coming tomorrow. All right. I got a couple that's coming to my house tomorrow. So thank y'all so very much. We're not doing an after show, you guys, because I got to do I got to clean my apartment up, get it deodorized, cleaned up really, really, really good. So I'm going to get a head start. Then I'm going to do some more cleaning in the morning. So we're not going to do an after show. We did do a prayer call. So we will do a members only live on Monday. Okay. On Monday, we're going to do a members only live. So yeah, on Monday. Let's see, this is okay. Yeah, on Monday, we're going to do a members only live. So Monday, we're going to do a members only live. So we will definitely do that. We're done with the phone lines. We're done. Thank y'all so very much for supporting the show. Oh, Unwind with Tasha K said, I am completely thrown. Do you? Let me drop a link. Do she want to come on? Yeah, I don't know if that's Tasha K, because she have broke this story. I don't know if that's Tasha K. I don't know. Let me make sure if that's Tasha. Let me see if she got the check mark. Is that Tasha K? Give me a second. I don't know if that's Tasha. Is that Tasha K? Give me a second. I don't know. Oh, this phone is loud. I don't know. Oh, that's her. Wow. I'm completely thrown. And, she got this exclusive. She interviewed the mother and she interviewed Lavantre's mother and everything. No link. Did Story really say he wanted to F me? Yes, he did say that. He did say that. He did say he wanted to F you. Absolutely. He did say that. Amanda said MBS. He said MBS. Did Storm ask Larry Reid about the escort revival services that he and his minister clergyman used to run over in the UK at least twice a year? He did not ask about that. No, he did not. Wow. So yeah, Tasha K. She said again. That's what he said. And so again, we will be watching Unwind with Tasha K. Her app on TashaKLive.com. And we will be reviewing that on our show. We thank y'all so very much for supporting the show. But he did say that, Tasha K, that he wanted to, make love to you, and that you had your chest meat out. And yeah, he did say that. Yeah. Okay. So he did do that. Okay. All right, we are done with the show, so stop calling. Thank y'all so very much. He did say that. He said, "Hey, I saw her in the nude, and I wanted to." I'm like, "What? Really?" Y'all heard from me already. She was actually, yeah. And he said while you was doing that, he said he was turned on. He wanted to sleep with you, and I said, "Really? Why would you say that?" Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Thank y'all so very much. You guys, we have already dropped the link for Tasha K. She says she don't want to come on the show because and everything like that, and she have a right for that. Thank y'all so very much for that. But that's what he said. But since Tasha K is in the chat, I just open the lines back up for about 2 more minutes. We can get out at the 2-hour mark. So give me a second. We can open the lines back up. Hold on. Give me a second because somebody really, really want to call in. So give me a second. We can open the lines back up. So give me a second. I'm gonna put the hold on, let me do this. Because people are still calling in. Okay. Give me a second.
Please leave your message for
All right. Sasha, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
You okay? Welcome. Long time, stranger.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing? I need to ask you how you doing because you have been exposing not Bishop, Dr. Larry Reid with your exclusive on TashaKLive.com. And I just want to get into it. Storm said, and this is an allegation, he said that he wanted to sleep with you because you pulled out your breasts.
Do you know I pulled out my breast on live a lot with my son?
Mm-hmm.
Like
You did because you had your mean, yes.
Yes, and I would breastfeed my son. And remember, I told you, like, I always got this funny feeling, like, when he would pick up my son. Like,
oh, that's what you meant by that.
Like, I don't know. He just gave me, like, creep vibes and stuff like that. Like, but for him to get on an interview and say, I was your mentor and the reason you wanted to sleep with me is because I pulled out my breast, as if I pulled out my breast to show him. I pulled out my breast to breastfeed my son. That's some sick shit. And I gotta tell you, like, the reason I cut everybody off, because I cut everybody off.
Yeah, you cut me off.
I did.
You didn't even call me.
Nobody had my number, nothing. Because when it comes to these YouTube, like, friendships and stuff, there's no shade to you, Wiley, like, at all, right? But when it comes to these YouTube friendships, it's like these people be having, like, these really dark, just kind of demonic, like, spirits. And, like, just knowing that, I was around Larry Reid and he was doing this to little boys, like, that's crazy. And then Storm, you're getting turned on when I breastfeed my son. Like, that is sick. And then you're supposed to be, I don't know, like, I can't watch anything on his channel, so I just happened to, like, pop in here because somebody was in my DM saying that that's what was said. And then I hopped on it. I was like, did he really say that? And, this man has got on the internet to slander my family. He has slandered me, saying that I wanted to pin rape allegations on Vaughn. Like, there's been so much. And I've done nothing but take this guy from $600 in his account to where he is now. And it's like, you can't make this shit up. Like, and and he said that my husband deserved better than me. Mm-hmm. And then my husband had revealed to him, I remember in his little live when he thought he was clapping back saying that I had a girlfriend, and in California, all types of shit, right? Shit that he was just making up, right? And then he says my husband had a conversation with him saying that he's tired of me and all that stuff. But then you get on a platform and say that you wanted to fuck me. The butch bitch, the dyke bitch, you wanted to fuck me. You saw my titty. Breastfeeding my son. And while I'm breastfeeding my son, that turned you on.
They also said, Larry said that, and also Storm said, and also Armon, they said you're homophobic, and that Armon said when T.S. Madison had your baby, you got upset because you didn't want no spirits to leap off on your child, and they said it all on camera. They also said you like to scream, you like other men to fumble with your husband, and all in secret rooms. They were saying all of that on that show.
Like where are they getting this from? Like they're like. You do realize I cut all three of them off, right?
You did. I said it. You said in my title.
While I had secret rooms and I'm homophobic. If I'm homophobic, why do I have to cut gays off? Like that's crazy. Like you still wanted to come back. They all still wanted to come back. Even after I cut them off, Armon, please don't unfollow me. Please don't do this. Storm, Conscious TV, can we talk? Please, can we talk? Larry Reid. I told Larry Reid, lose my damn number. I would never let anything come in between us. Now all of a sudden I'm homophobic. What I have a problem is undercover gay men being perverted. And the only one that's not a pervert, in my opinion, is Armon. But them other two, like, they on the same wave frequency. So, no, I have an issue with perversion. And if I was homophobic, I wouldn't have worked with gay men. I wouldn't have helped them build their channels, Storm included, because Storm is trisexual. He will try anything. That's why he's so curious. You don't ask questions about people's penis size, and he has more questions about penis size than he does about how a vagina squirts. Like that is ridiculous, and it's just sick. And the fact that, like, I don't know, I'm just disappointed, and I'm really disappointed more in Armon because he would even sit in that. You went as the content creator you are to sit in somebody's apartment, squeeze into one camera, and you have a huge production. Aren't you renting out podcast studios now? Haven't you leveled up and you will go do that? Like, yeah.
He actually, Armon did something. He hugged Larry Reid, said, "Thank you for helping me raise the money for my studio."
So it was a biased interview. So they're all getting something from Larry Reid in order to. So it was a Bash TK session, I take it.
Absolutely. And then they asked Larry that he said on the show, this is Larry Reid, that you wanted to do a television or a reality show, do a deal, and that he spoke to his entertainment lawyer, and the entertainment lawyer said, "Don't work with Tasha K. She's a liar, and she would be bad for your brand." And Larry Reid pulled out. Is that true that you and your company, Kiwi Studios, wanted to collaborate with Larry Reid for a project, and he said no?
Yeah, and that is very true. Okay, so as far as this was before me and Larry Reid fell out. This had nothing to do. And Official King Payne knows why we fell out. Armon knows why we fell out. He was on the call. This had everything to do with Conscious TV coming on Chelsea's channel, saying that, oh, Olga lost the case for my mentor, and he was checking me. Then he says he doesn't know Conscious. He ain't never seen him. Then turns out he tells Armon he flew Conscious out. And Armon was like, And then he was like, well, I'm a sue. He tells like Official King Payne he gonna sue me, all because I'm trying to figure out why Conscious is checking me as if he is Larry Reid's man. And then I find out that he is Larry Reid's man. That's why he was checking me. And so this TV show deal, first of all, it's my concept, my idea. I asked if I could use his production company, okay, to film it because we didn't know any production companies within our budget that would do a reality show involving bloggers. And then I said, well, because you've done reality shows, do you want to come on as a partner? But there was no talk of money being exchanged. We were in the very early stages, which the project is already financed and ready to go without Larry, okay? So since I was using his production company and he had done it before, I had asked him if he wanted to partner. It ain't had nothing to do with him saying no, he didn't want to partner because he said yes. Mm-hmm. So his entertainment lawyer that he's talking about is Phaedra Parks, if that was the one, because that was the one that he said he was going to get to draw up the contracts. But before we got to that, I had told Larry, lose my number on the phone with Official King Paint, and I separated that work contract. It wasn't him, it was me. I don't want to do nothing with you.
When I look at the situation, he said that he was a friend to you, but you wasn't.
What is a friend?
You was pretty much you did some, but many people are criticizing you, Tasha K. They're saying that you are in it, that you knew about these allegations years ago. This is what Larry said in his press conference, and that you did nothing about it. But when you fell out with him, you picked these allegations up. Your response to that? Because that's what word that you knew about those allegations.
We already addressed it in the lie. He could listen, whether he's trying to say I knew about him, but I called him to tell him about it in a recorded call. And I told him very specifically, you know how I feel about child molestation. And he said, you know how I feel about it too. First of all, that already debunks that lie that he's trying to put out that I knew about it because I called him. Why would I call and record you and tell you that I received this information and you're telling me the only person it could have been is this person? And then I tell you, you know how I feel about child molestation. Well, you know my story too. So how am I supposed to know about this and accept this? And all of a sudden when we fell out way before, like last summer. I didn't pick up this story till November. So like, make it make sense. No, sir. No. Go ahead. What was the other question?
I also want to ask you, they were saying on the interview, Armon was saying, all you have is YouTube. You have nothing else. You have no friends. YouTube is your only life. You're doing this to get into the church sector. Even Larry said you're doing this to get into church sector because don't nobody want to fool with you in the celebrity gossip sector.
Sir, we have an app. We have multiple platforms. We just signed with another platform. So I'm doing deals with other platforms. All I have is YouTube. Somebody that is only on YouTube, that doesn't have anything outside of YouTube. And I got my own app, own shows being produced, movies being produced, feature films being produced. And I have partnerships with other social media platforms to bring my audience to them. What are you talking about? I need Armon to hit 200,000 first before he even enters the conversation.
Do you think
it's been a long time coming? So
I hear you. A lot of people is like they're having like mixed reaction. When I first started the interview, my mouth was wrong. When Avantry was talking about how he did a fellatio on Larry, your reaction, you were shocked, and I took a picture of that reaction of your facial expression. So I think I commend you for that. But Armon and Larry and even Storm, they say that you're jealous of Larry because he's on television. You're trying to get him. You're trying to stop his bag.
He's on BET Plus. He's on the app. He's not on television. There's no jealousy here. You messed with little boys. That's what that is. That's not jealousy. Okay. If you want to say that's what that is, that's jealousy. Just to cover up you messing with little boys. Hey, whatever makes you feel better. Whatever makes you sleep at night, brother.
Hearing that, and you're committing that he did commit these acts. I'm looking at the complaint that he did with Daryl Moore. You did have Daryl Moore on the platform. You apologized to Daryl Moore, and Daryl Moore said to you he was stressed, he ran out of money. Why do you think Larry Reid have not came to you with a lawsuit or with a lawsuit with Levante? Because Levante responded to that complaint and Larry dropped it. Why do you think that Larry, he said on one platform he's not going to sue and he's going to sue. He said today that he's actually going to sue. Have you been served with any paperwork with Larry Reid for a lawsuit?
No.
Do you believe that Larry Reid is going to sue you?
I don't know, nor do I care.
So I want to make sure that you're not using this Levante story, Larry Reid, to rebirth your career, because Cardi B did recently come out and address you on Jason Lee's show and talked about you, how you made her feel. So you're not using this situation for a rebirth?
What is a rebirth?
Like to get in the sector, because
that's Wiley, listen. I respect your platform, but I don't need a rebirth. My name is trending every week, okay? Over something I don't even know about. So a rebirth, no, we haven't even gone anywhere. So no, I don't care. Whatever Larry Reid decides to do, this is about Levante. This is not about me. I hopped on here to ask you if Storm said that about me. I was taken aback by that, right? I'm your mentor. What are you doing fantasizing about me? This has nothing to do with a rebirth of nothing, okay?
Many people say before this, your views were low compared to your many other views back in 2018 and 2019. You have very
absolutely. Yes, the views are low. Yeah, views are low. I put most of my content on my app. I'm not on YouTube. If you count how many lives I've done in the last 9 months, I can count on 2 hands. I'm not on YouTube like that. I am on my app. So of course, if I'm not pumping out content all the time on YouTube, the views is going to be low because my audience is on my app. That's where I put my time at. So, and I left YouTube for almost 3 months and didn't drop anything but recorded videos. This is not my only break. This is not my only basket.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, whether the views are low or high, we just hired 5 more people on our team, full salaries. Just moved them from Georgia to Atlanta. We're doing amazing over here, and I'm blessed to even say that. So, listen, all this little stuff that they're trying to say about my career or what's going on. How about these alligators? How about that? How about Levante Andrews? How about that? That's what we're on right now. So. Whatever they want to say about me, that's fine. But I'm just really just taken aback by Storm saying that I pulled out my titty, as if I pulled out my titty to him.
I want to ask you, Tasha, because in that conversation,
one more question, Marley.
Okay.
One more question. Stuff is getting off track, and we're supposed to be.
I want to ask you one more question. Larry said that you and your husband do not like gay people, that y'all are both homophobic. Is there any truth to that? Because he was very direct. He said you and your husband do not like gays. And he also said in his press conference that you have teamed up with Pastor Jamal Bryant, and that you're financed by Pastor Jamal Bryant and Bishop Whitehead and all those other church leaders, that you're being financed by those people.
Absolutely not. Financed by Jamal Bryant? Okay, no, that's not true. Financed by you said Whitehead? No, absolutely not true. The only person I'm financed by is Tasha K. That's it. So I'm not gonna go down this distraction road and stuff. I'm glad you did ask those questions, but
you know I got to do my job, and I know
you got to do your job. You good. I swear to God, you're good. You are totally good. But I'm just like,
you interviewed the mother, so that's coming out Sunday.
Okay, let's just say hypothetically, yes to all these questions, right? Let's just say hypothetically, yes. I'm reversing my career. I'm financed by this person, financed by that person. There's still Levante Andrews. Let's just say hypothetically, yes. Does it change anything that's being alleged? Not by one victim, but 2, but 3, but 4. And the whole victim's family is come behind to support. You're going to see his mother on Sunday on my app. So like TashaKLive.com.
And so
What does
when
that
is
have to do with anything? And let's just say hypothetically it is true. It's true. Let's just say it's true. Jamal Bryant is financed. I ain't never met that man, never seen him. Whitehead is financing me. Let's just say that. Let's just say all of this. Well, what does it have to do with Levontre Andrews being taken advantage of by a grown-ass man who is married, who is a leader in the church, and was literally messing with him, and even said during the recording on my platform tonight, there was a transgender that was going to set him up on camera. Like, come on. This is what he always did. People came in his room and did different things. Like, come on. Like, no. Like, say what you want to say about me. I do not care. I swear to God. You know I don't care, Wiley. You know I don't care.
I hear your point. And you in that previous part one with Levontre, you said it was a receipt, and Larry Reid tried to delete it.
He did.
He
did.
Had so when
tried
with
to
that
delete it and gave the guy with the pink wig, the one that was arrested for prostitution, the one that has received cars and computers from him, he gave him Levontre's confrontation right before he went to the police on Larry Reid, and then deleted all the messages and tried to come back as if this is what his response was. Deleted all his messages of him apologizing to Levontre for what he did. That's what part 3 is going to be about. So listen.
Okay, that was going to my follow part 3.
Okay, so please.
Okay.
Okay, so please, thank you, Wiley. I appreciate you supporting the app, TashaKLive.com. We will give you your free access back again. Okay. No, we will not be talking on the phone because I am keeping a very strict.
But Tasha, we have never talked on the phone, but on a handful a couple of times. Not every day, a couple of times.
Yeah, you have my number. It ain't gonna be like that no more. I have boundaries now, especially with YouTubers, because who knows, somebody may call me about you, and I don't want them saying, "Well, y'all were friends." So I this story. No, sir, it doesn't work like that. Anybody that knows, if I find out you want some fuck shit in my circle, you going on the channel. So. So I'm not going to be biased towards anyone. I'm not going to show no favoritism. So, but I will give you free access because you have been, marketing, and even we will give you first dibs on the interview so you can come review them if you want. So we'll put you in a group so you can have them. You could privately review them, and then you have your commentary and get your views and stuff, and hopefully we could put some money in your pocket that way too. Okay. And so pretty much sponsored promotion. Okay. So I do appreciate you. Thank you. Continue to advocate for justice for Levontre Andrews. He was a very reasonable young man, and coming out of a cult, coming out of something as dramatic as that, and being a heterosexual man to even talk about that, because most won't talk about that. Like, you got to show him, you got to take your hat off to him. Okay. And so, like I said, this is not the first time somebody has accused Mr. Larry Reid, and everybody's not lying on you, in my opinion. That's why I asked, is it a pastor, is it a prophet, or is it a pedo? Okay. And so that is the opinion of the viewers. And so whether he wants to sue or not, hey, the courts are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Do what you got to do, brother.
Do you want Larry Reid to go to jail? Do you want him to go to prison?
I want him to be held accountable. Absolutely. And the more he keeps talking, the more Rico. I smell Rico. You remember Kaylan Walker?
Yes, Kaylan Walker. He came on my show and he said, "I'm innocent, Wiley." And I said, "You're guilty," in 50-some years in prison. Yes.
This is very similar to that. These girls were underage, even though they were age of consent, but they were still underage. And he used his power as an actor and as a photographer to say he was going to get careers for them. by Larry admitting that he's sending $60 and this is what he did for young men and stuff like that, and his whole ministry protected it. Like, I smell Rico. Like, he doesn't understand. Like, that's how Harvey Weinstein got locked up. Harvey Weinstein got locked up for abusing his power and promising actresses that they would get roles or wouldn't get roles if they did not sleep with him. Like, it falls under the same umbrella. So I would be very careful, because there is an open police investigation on Larry Reid. There is an open police report. So for everybody saying he didn't go to the police, he went to the police in 2017. And they have been collecting and watching. But because this happened so long ago, right? You got to have the word. You got to have the word. And I'm just glad that he gave the word of God on his Patreon and we put it out. So Larry just better be careful around here. He best to be careful. I'm not his problem. These victims are his problem. The families of these victims are the problem. And everybody ain't lying on you, in my opinion.
And I want to be committed to you, since you're going to put me back on the app. Can you also let me talk to your husband for the camera, to hook the camera that you purchased for me? Because, you know,
Wiley, help you with that. I can help you. Chelsea, no. Jasmine, we have other camera guys on team. No, you can't talk to shit. But Chelsea, Chelsea, Jasmine, Slim, we got a whole school. I will have them reach out to you via email, and they will set up a Zoom call to help you reinstall. This is like you use a camera.
Yeah, no, I have a HD camera. I mean webcam, but I'm not using your camera that you want. It's still on the stand, Tasha K. I clean it. It's clean everything. I haven't used it yet because I don't know how to set it through StreamYard.
Okay.
But,
yeah. Chelsea, all them know how to work the camera. So like it will help you. All right. So I appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you, Tasha.
Thank you for shining light on Levontre Andrews. Fuck all the other bullshit. I'm mad for this, mad for that. Okay, I'm mad, whatever. But the bottom line is everybody is capping for someone who they have to hide their sons around. Okay? So, period.
Thank you, Tasha. And we be looking forward to watching your second part interview.
I really gonna get some sleep, because I literally feel like I'm in the spirit of Larry Reid. Like, I really, because there's been so much video footage. Like, I'm just like, can I please just get out of this matrix? Wow. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Yes. Yeah. So you said it was very heavy. I saw your reaction when he was talking about what went on in the bedroom, and you was like, I took the pictures on my IG, and your reaction just said it all. Your facial expression, that's what I knew this story have some legs. And the way Larry been moving around, he was moving around very guilty. Because I've never seen he would storm apartment with Armon drinking. I've never seen that before by Larry Reid doing this.
And let me throw a little shade real quick.
Okay.
I remember there was a video that Storm made, and he said specifically he would be devastated if he had to move from his dream home. Remember how he said?
Absolutely. He did say that about your property.
Was my dream home. And I said, these YouTubers are forgetting how they got their bag. Because remember, like, I gave you the money to move into your apartment when you moved, right? I taught you how to get money. Like, you were working for Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I taught him how to get money. But then he got a little big-headed, got with Monroe, got his little dick, get little dick hair starting to get musty, you know, from fucking, going to sex clubs and shit. And then he just, I don't know, he just turned, like, especially during that Cardi B trial, like, he just came out here, started lying on me, saying I stole his car, all types of bullshit, right? I don't know where this stuff was coming from, right? And so, to make a long story short, then, you know, we ended up renting out our house from Georgia, you know, moved to Florida. And there was all this talk. I was ran from Georgia, couldn't afford my home. The mortgage is only $2,000 at the house. My rent here is $6,000. Like, make it make sense, right? So we ended up, you know, renting the house out. And he gets on camera after I helped him get a house, bought beds, okay, for him and his mama to sleep on. His mama had a bad bag from driving MARTA all day. Okay, and he no bed. The dog had a bed, but the mama didn't have a bed, right? And so they had sold everything to move to Florida. I mean, to move to Georgia. And for him, it was like Tasha told me it was her dream home. That I would be devastated, like as if he was kind of like excited that like we moved or somehow we got put out, right? And I was just sitting there like the same nigga I'd been telling to pay his student loans when he got his check, he still ain't paid them, still behind on taxes, right? Ain't bought no house. I was trying to get him to buy a house, right? But he wanted to go out there and buy cars, get them painted blue, just all types of stuff, making all these trips. And then I said, there's a YouTube reckoning coming where everybody's revenue is going to go down. And so he had moved into his high rise. He was feeling himself, dragging Chelsea to my, oh, she ain't got concierge in her building, all types of stuff, right? I'm being real petty right now. And then he gonna sit up and relish as if like I lost my home or something. Like that was crazy to me, right? And so now to see him move from the high rise back to his bedroom, back to a bedroom and like a one, maybe two bed, just 2-bedroom apartment with, as soon as he went from the glass shower to the tub and tile combo. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, people live like that every day. But see how you get big-headed, and the money that you were making with me is very low now. It ain't the same. The quality of the camera.
Let's speak about the quality, because I was surprised his quality was that low.
Ain't to even say I was working with you. Like,
wow.
Armon has.
Armon got the camera, the screen, he got everything.
I'm proud of him. He got everything. Like, dude is out here in his bag. He just needs to let the insecurity go. He'll be good. But like, Storm, they keep sunning you. And like, I'm just like, did he have to downgrade? Did you have to downgrade? Like he said, I had to downgrade.
He had a Blue Yeti and he did something and pulled it out. And for the first couple of minutes, it was no sound. I said, this could never be Tasha K. And it makes me question, like, did he learn anything from you?
No, he was too jacking his dick over me breastfeeding my son. I gotta go, Wiley. I love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
TashaKLive.com.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. That was Unwind with Tasha K. I want to read these super stickers that we got because we want to pay homage and honor to those. Saint Hudson said, is there a number of people can call to come forward? They said that. Thank you for that $9.99 super sticker. Mr. Brian Ponder LLP, hashtag surviving LRL, hashtag Justin for Levantre, hashtag no more tests. Also, too, we had somebody else sent me a $2 super sticker. Amanda MBS said, Tasha K, are you in contact with our victims? Questions, will they interview? Thank y'all so very much. Y'all can watch part 2 of that interview with Tasha K with the mother of Levantre on TashaKLive.com. Tasha K did make a promise that she will allow me on the app for free, and I'll be able to give the exclusive. But thank you so very much. We're going to see y'all on tomorrow where we break down what Tasha K had to say on the Tasha K on her YouTube channel. We're going to break all that down on tomorrow. Thank y'all so very much. Share this live. Thumbs up. The Wiley Show is on the move, and we are definitely doing awesome and great things. And I am honored that Tasha K took time out of her schedule to interview. And we have not talked. I have not talked with Tasha in months. Like when she changed her number, I haven't talked to her in a while. I'm deleted on all her social media. I didn't even ask Tasha K to come on the show, but we were live. We're applying that pressure, and we are talking about this story and cracking this story open. I am so happy that she came on, and we asked Tasha K, hashtag the hard questions. We did not allow, we asked her the hard questions, and I thank you so very much. We're going to restream this part of this interview with Tasha K we're going to restream it maybe about 12 or 1 o'clock. We're going to restream it per video. And of course, we're going to restream this entire live probably about 10 a.m. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. Thank you for 2023 is my year. Thank y'all so very much. Shout out to my members. All right. Thank y'all so very much for coming in there, showing out to the membership. Thank you to everybody that's sending the Cash App, supporting the show. This is an independent operation. Also, Tasha K also made another commitment that she's going to teach me how to use the camera as well. So thank you to Unwind with Tasha K, and we will take all the help that we need. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the Patreon. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to the moderators, the baddest moderators in the city, or in the country, in the world. Shout out to y'all again. We will see y'all again. Quick little announcement. If you want to see me in person, we will be in Vegas on the last, on the first weekend. I got the flyer here. On the first weekend in October 6th through the 9th, 2023, we will be in Vegas. So if you want to come, all you got to do is email me. Now, please allow me 24 hours to respond to your email because it's just me responding. So allow me 24 hours. So on tomorrow, for those people that emailed me tonight, tomorrow I will respond to you with the location. And then please keep that. Please continue to look at the email because we will give y'all updates with the party bus, with concert that we're going to, and we will let you know how much that will cost. Last year we went with we went to go see Usher. So if we have a concert, you got to have the money at a certain amount of time. So when I get the tickets, we're going to give it all. And I'm talking about the ticket price plus the taxes for the ticket. All right. And we definitely are doing that. So again, if you want to attend this meet and greet, please email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. I'm going to put that email on the screen, wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Put in the in the subject, Vegas meet and greet, so we could definitely respond to you with the information. Okay, Vegas meet and greet. So put it, make it in there, and we definitely do that. And for those people that are meeting me next month for the Dallas meet and greet, make sure you put Dallas meet and greet so I can give you the right information concerning the Dallas meet and greet. Thank y'all so very much. 1,300 in the chat. We are on the move. Thank you to my team. Thank you to everybody on there. Thank you to Unwind with Tasha K. Thank you to the greatest lawyer in the country, Mr. Ponder. Shout out to you, brother. And thank you to everybody that's in the chat. Members, we'll be back with y'all on Monday. And we'll definitely do that. I can't do it after show because I got to clean my house up because I got to prepare for some guests that's going to come on the show. And I got to, prepare for the show tomorrow. Thank y'all so very much. 1.4 in the chat. Thank y'all so very much for the support. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much. We're not doing no free promo in the chat. No free promo, no free promo, no free promo. All right. Thank y'all. Good night. All right. Thank y'all so very much for the support. It is what it is. Holla. Oh, little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When things get hard, put God first. Subscribe, like, keep this conversation going in the text. Or in the comments. Blah, 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 blah. Thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When things get hard, put God first. Pray, 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 and continue to put God first and watch God do marvelous things for your life. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.